Hi there. Welcome to day 20 of Learn 200 Important Idioms in 20 Days. Our topic today is idioms about color. So before we start to look at numbers 1 to 10, please click on the subscribe button down below. Make sure you don't miss any of these videos. So let's look at number 1 in idioms about color. So number 1 is a white lie. When you tell a white lie, it's nothing too big. Just a little lie. Let's say you buy something really expensive and you bring it home and your partner asks you, how much did you pay for this? And you don't really tell him or her the exact truth. Well, it was on sale. It was only $25 when maybe you spent full price on it and you spent $50 on it. So a little white lie is considered a lie that doesn't hurt anybody. It's just your own little secret, a white lie. Number 2 is green with envy. When you're green with envy, you find what your neighbor has or someone else has really attractive and you wish that you had it too. When we say that someone is envious, and I'll put that down below in the notes, when someone is envious of someone, they really want what that person has. And when you're green with envy, you're always looking over, to your neighbor to see what new car they have or what new, garden equipment they have. You're always looking at them. But green with envy is something that really is in your heart. And you always want what someone else has. And maybe you just need to be very satisfied with what you have. Number 3 is 24/7. It means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe there is a store or stores in your city where you live that are 24/7. They're open all the time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Maybe it's a drugstore where you can get medication 24/7, or maybe it's a grocery store as well. So 24/7 means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Number 4 is tickled pink. When somebody is tickled pink, they are so excited, so delighted about something. Maybe your husband or your wife, brings home a little gift for you just because. It's not your birthday, it's not your anniversary. They just surprise you with, flowers or chocolates or wine or something like that. So when you're tickled pink, you're so excited and really delighted about something that somebody has done for you. Number 5 and number 6 kind of go together. When we're talking about in the black and in the red, we're usually talking about a business or perhaps your personal finances as well in your family. If you are in the black, if your finances, your personal finances or your business finances are in the black, it means you're making more money than what your expenses are. You have a profit for that particular fiscal year. If you're working in the red, again, for your personal finances or the finances of a company or business, if you're working in the red, you are spending more money than what your income is. You're spending more money than you are bringing into the business. So in the black, you're in the plus zone. In the red, you're in the negative zone. You have spent more than you have made. Number 7 is blue collar. So numbers 7 and 8 go together. A blue collar and white collar. Very often we put these words together to make the collocation blue collar worker or blue collar job, white collar worker or white collar job. When we're talking about a blue collar worker or a blue collar job, we're usually talking about someone who does a manual job or a job that requires a lot of manual work. Perhaps an example of a blue-collar job might be a construction worker, somebody who builds houses or builds buildings, or maybe someone who works in sanitation in your city. So those would be considered blue collar jobs, or maybe someone who works in a store. A white collar job or a white collar worker would work in a job that probably requires more education and perhaps a university education. So examples of a white collar worker or white collar jobs would be jobs like in engineering, or jobs in the medical field. Or maybe someone is a doctor or a surgeon, or also maybe somebody is a lawyer. Those jobs would be considered white collar jobs, jobs that require more education and that generally pay a higher income. Although some blue collar jobs pay very well as well. Number 9 is out of the blue. When something is out of the blue, you weren't expecting it. It was a real surprise to you. Maybe an old friend called you out of the blue, or maybe they contacted you online after so many years of not hearing from him or her. So out of the blue means something has happened quite unexpectedly and a surprising way. Number 10 is once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon means once in a while. Maybe you can say, we eat out in a restaurant once in a blue moon, not very often, just maybe once every couple of months or once every 6 months we eat out in a restaurant. Or maybe somebody calls you and you say, well, how often do you hear from so-and-so? And you say, oh, well, once in a blue moon, not too often, maybe once a year he or she calls me just to reconnect. So once in a blue moon means something that happens not too often. So let's review numbers 1 to 10. So number 1 is a white lie. Just a little lie that's not going to hurt anybody. It's just your own little secret. Number 2 is green with envy. When you are looking at other people with green eyes, with the green eyes of envy, wanting what they have. Number 3 is 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. Maybe a store is open, or maybe a service is available 24/7, maybe a plumbing service in your city. It's open 24/7 for emergency plumbing repairs, perhaps. Number 4 is tickled pink. When someone is tickled pink, they're so excited and so delighted about something that you said or something that you gave them that was a surprise. Number 5, in the black, means you're making more money than you're spending. Number 6, in the red, means you are spending more money than you are making. Number 7, a blue collar worker or blue collar job. Usually these jobs don't require a university education, and they tend to be more manual jobs. Number 8, a white collar worker or white collar job usually requires more education. And we think of, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer being examples of white collar workers. Number 9 is out of the blue. Very unexpectedly and really surprisingly, when something happens, maybe someone calls you out of the blue and someone you haven't heard from in a long, long time. And number 10 is once in a blue moon, once in a while, not very often, maybe eating out in a restaurant or maybe going on vacation, once in a blue moon, maybe every couple of years. So some great idioms about color today. So thanks for joining me on day 20 of Learn 200 Important Idioms in 20 days. And please make sure that you click the subscribe button down below and turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss any of my videos. So stay tuned to my channel. I'll have more videos soon for you. So thanks so much. Have a great day. See you next time.